This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
It's a Heidi Selexa Show, etc., etc. She's on air, flipping her hair everywhere, etc.,
Do you feel like you have fireworks in your down there area all the time? Sometimes you can't control your pop-ups. It's just like a big pop-up, pop-up, pop. That's how a lot of men are. But sometimes women have their own fireworks. And then sometimes people don't have it at all. I have a friend who has actually said, I don't know, we just, we have a wonderful relationship, but we don't do it. And I was like, whoa, ever? She goes, no, he just doesn't have a need. I don't know. I said, maybe get him Viagra. I don't know. But Bonnie here, my dear friend, has decided to come on the show so we can talk about igniting your down there area, giving you fireworks with something very, very fabulous. Tips for you, because sometimes it could just be a little mental thing that you're having, or you might be stuck in a rut, or maybe perhaps you can't figure out what the other person needs. The 5 languages of love. What does the other person want from you that you're not giving them, and what do you want from them that they're not giving you? Either way, if you ignite that fire, poof, fireworks, not just in the kissing. Hi, welcome to the program, Bonnie.
Hey, hi, Heidi.
You know Bonnie. You know Bonnie as she's always here on Mondays, my Money Monday guest. But Bonnie has a fabulous product, and it's called sexbutter.net, and it just is organic as it comes. There's nothing not organic in the product. Is that correct, Bonnie?
That is correct.
Yeah, it's fabulous. If you work out and you have achy neck or sore leg muscles or feet, Bonnie never thought that, anybody would ever say this until she gave the sex butter to me. And I said, oh, Bonnie, I rub it on my thighs and my legs when I'm sore, or my neck when I sleep wrong. It's fabulous for that. She's like, really? I didn't know it had that other purpose. It has multiple purposes to it. But Bonnie and I are here to talk about how to ignite and make fireworks with your love in the down there area. Steps to it. Shall we start with this, Bon?
Yeah. Okay, so let's think of the word fireworks. And when I think of fireworks, what do you think of that's like an F?
Fun. Fiery.
How about
fierce,
fabulous foreplay?
Fabulous foreplay. That's right. That's what a lot of men forget.
God. So that's a great way to create fireworks with your lover, don't you think?
Absolutely. But I want to go on this one topic. Why are men lazy with foreplay?
Well, first of all, not all men are lazy with foreplay. And
I know.
Secondly, sometimes they're so excited that you just they just kind of need to kind of go into everything deeper. And then once they kind of get their needs met, they'll come back and play with you. And if they don't, they're not the right guy. Okay.
Right. And you know what? It's really just kind of like, even just playing with someone's hair or rubbing their fingers. That's all. Explain what foreplay is. Just simply like, you're appreciating.
Foreplay can be anything.
Anything.
I mean, it could be giving somebody like an arm massage, a hand massage, a foot massage. It could be anything from that to having oral sex. I mean, foreplay includes lots of things, but here's a recommendation that I have that I think is incredible for anybody who either doesn't have foreplay, can't think of what to do, or may need a little extra help. It's a book that is written by an author who is very, very smart, because what she did is she interviewed a ton of people and found out what their favorite things to do were. And then she basically created a secret book out of it called 101 Nights of Great Sex. So I got to tell you about this book, Heidi, because seriously,
what is it called? What is
awesome.
it called?
101 Nights of Great Sex.
Well, that's a lot of nights. You have to eat a lot of protein to keep your energy up. I don't know how you do that. I just got tired.
You're not
listening to
doing
that.
101 nights in a row, but this is like 101 different ideas of a night of great sex. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, that's fun. That's exactly what people need because they get stuck in a routine.
Exactly. And
the
let me
same-
tell you.
Yeah.
They keep them hidden. So these are sealed pages. So what you do is you just go out and let's say you pick one of the sealed pages, and then it tells you like if there are any accoutrements that you need, and then if you do, you can go out and get them, and then it like gives you step-by-step instructions of how to prepare for the evening. So I think that is.
What did you say? Kuma Satra? What did you say?
I said it gives you complete instructions of how to prepare for your evening.
Oh, well, oh, wow. Now, do you think that people might be embarrassed to say, well, I read the manual or I read the instructions?
First of all, it's not a manual. And secondly, you're not reading it in front of your partner. So you rip out one of the pages, right? And then you read it yourself, by yourself. And then basically...
Or you call a girlfriend and say, what does this mean? That's,
Okay, you can call a girlfriend and say, hey, what does this mean? Or will you help me go find everything I need? Sometimes you need some extra little help, right? So you might need some accoutrements. So it might say that you might need a lube, or it might say you might need a sex toy. I don't know what it's going to say. But what I'm telling you is this is a way to spice things up if things are getting kind of same old.
Okay, hang on. We're gonna continue with the fireworks and igniting the 9 tips to creating your hot fireworks for the 4th of July with your lover with Bonnie. Hang on, Bonnie. We'll be right back. Hang on.
It's a Heidi Selexa Show, etc., etc.
You want to call Heidi? Here's the number. 855-660-4261. She'll be right back.
Well, she's this and that, she'll make you laugh, etc., etc. Within her hair, without a care, etc., etc.
Do you know that there's 94.6% of the people in serious relationships want their love life to be spicier? Like fireworks. What if you could have it be this fantastic firework explosion every time? Well, for your 4th of July special, I have on the phone my very, very dear guest, Bonnie. And Bonnie Gayle has invented this stuff called sex butter. You can go to sexbutter.net. It's fantastic. It's organic. It has peppermint in it. And if you have sore muscles or a sore neck from sleeping, it has other side benefits to it, too. I would have to say not side effects. It's positive effects. On the line is Bonnie, and we're talking about fireworks and how to ignite your love life. So, Bonnie, we were talking about F for the foreplay,
Right,
the
and
fun.
we talked about 101 nights of great sex. And now let's talk about the I, right? Igniting his passion. So one way that I love to teach people to ignite a man's passion is something I call sensual feeding. So just imagine this, Heidi. So imagine your lover. And let's say there's certain things that you know that he loves to eat. Like, those are his favorite things. What if you got, like, literally a bite of all of those things, or, like, let's just say 3 to 5 things, and put them in a secret hiding place in the refrigerator, and then took them out and blindfold your lover, and literally really slowly tease him and feed him with the food. So teasing him might be something like letting him smell it, rubbing it on his lips before he gets to actually eat it, and then playing with whether or not he gets to take a bite or not. Isn't that fun?
That's fun. Yes, teasing is fun. Absolutely.
Okay, so
absolutely.
That's one way I love to ignite men's passion. And let me tell you, men, The ladies love this too, right? So just
So
think
if
about
you
that.
want us to eat a strawberry, you have to tease us a little. But when we're
right.
ready to eat it, you have to give us the strawberry, because when we're ready to eat it, we're ready to eat it.
There you go, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then I also love what I call revealing myself. So I don't know about you, but the men that I'm with love when I am fully dressed and then I have the right music on and the right ambiance, and I do an amazing striptease.
Bonnie, stop it. You're turning all the men on out there in the world. Stop it, Bonnie. you're turning them on.
But wouldn't
Turning
you
them
love
on.
that? Think about it, Heidi.
Yes.
Don't you want to jump in and do that?
You just want to have fun with your person. Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I
Fun.
know.
You want to do
These
that,
are
and you want
fun
to
things
be
that we're talking about that are simple and easy.
Yeah. And be okay in your own skin. Be okay prancing around in those little lingerie, even if you feel like you're 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds heavier than what you would like to be.
Just turn the lights
Own it.
down.
Own
you
it.
don't have to do it in broad daylight.
Well,
And
you'll get
have fun
arrested,
with
Bonnie.
it.
That's a jail sentence for you if you do that in broad daylight. Don't go out, Bonnie, right now with the way you're talking. But go ahead.
Broad daylight in your house. If you open all the windows, you could have broad daylight inside,
And the neighbors will enjoy that vision, too.
That's
it's
true.
Like watching a pornography without signing on the internet.
Exactly.
Or getting caught. Right. So reveal yourself. Reveal it. Just be okay with who you are and let the other
Exactly.
person love who you are. That's important.
And then get into ecstasy. And the way that you can do that is by getting out of your head and into your body. And when that happens, everybody has a good time. So one of the ways that I like to tell women how to get out of their head and into their body is to put on their favorite music, put their headphones in, and start dancing around like nobody's watching. Can you imagine just doing that for like 3 to 4 minutes just to rock out? And
I do
then
it before my
you
show
get
every day.
So excited, right?
I do it by myself before my show every day. I open up my chakras and my spirit comes out. Yep.
Exactly. And what do you feel like? You feel ecstatic.
I feel like a fresh new gal every day.
Yeah. See, I love
Right?
that.
Right?
Yes.
But the
Yes,
ecstasy,
yes,
now
yes,
this
yes.
is not the drug ecstasy, even though that's what the
No,
purpose
we're
of that.
not talking about drugs. We're talking about...
Yeah, but
we're
that's what
talking
that drug
about
ecstasy
feeling
does.
Ecstasy in your body. That's
Right.
What we're
So
talking
you
about.
don't need the drug ecstasy. You just have to do what Bonnie and I say, which is
That's
create
right.
these fireworks, because you don't need the actual drug with sex butter.
Exactly.
And then your mind is still stable and you're not in alternate state under the influence of drugs. In the up there area, just in the down there area, you might be relatively active and sparkly, shall we say. Sparkly. It's sparkly. You're right. Okay.
Exactly.
And then what do people want that they never say they want, Bonnie?
Oh, my God. They want to hear about your fantasies. So write down an explicit fantasy and share it with your lover.
And this is the W in fireworks. Write down
Yes,
an explicit fantasy and share it, and write the love letter. Write the thing, whatever it is that you want to say to the person. Write it in a letter and handwrite it.
No, this is a fantasy, remember? They're writing down their fantasy and then they're sharing it because...
But
then
you
they
have to
can-
handwrite it. You have to handwrite
you
it.
got to handwrite it, exactly.
Not type it. Not type it. It's got to be handwritten.
Right. Now, what else is going to turn your lover on big time is by you owning your sensuality. So when you're comfortable and confident in your skin, when you can rock that body, your lover is just going to be so turned on. There's no
Own
turning
it,
back.
baby. Own it, baby. If you are a geek, be the best geek you can be. If you
That's
are a bald guy, be the best bald guy. If you are insecure about your big booty, just own that booty, because let me tell you something. When you own you, it's hot.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if it doesn't fit into what the stereotypes are, or what a model looks like, or that. If you own it,
Exactly.
that's hot.
Exactly. Your partner's with you because that person loves you or they really want to be with you. So own your sensuality when you're with them. Have fun with them. Let them enjoy you, and you get to enjoy them too. And it really helps the bonding connection get stronger for everybody.
Own it. Own it. It's so sexy when somebody owns it. The confidence.
It's
just,
totally, don't you think?
If somebody's like, hey, I'm a dork, but they love being, it's like, well, I like you because you don't mind being a dork. And then they're like, well, you don't mind me being a dork. And then the dork is not a dork anymore. He's pretty hot.
Exactly.
Pretty hot. Right?
That's right.
That's right.
When
And
you're
make sure.
walking around comfortably and confident, you command attention. And that's what your lover wants, is they want to feel your attention. They want to feel connected to you. They want to feel like you're with them. They want to feel like you're on the same page, right? And that you guys are in the same space. And one of the ways that you can do that is by rocking his world. And
Wait. We're going to go to break here for just a second, and we'll come back and talk about that.
Rock his world when we come back.
Yeah, so the fire, whoa, is what we've gotten through out of the fireworks. So it's the foreplay, the fun, igniting his fire, revealing yourself, having that ecstasy, and then writing a love letter, your little fantasy for him, own sensuality, own yourself. We're going to come back with Rockin' the World. Oh, yeah. Hang on one sec, Bonnie. Sexbutter.net. In the meantime, I'll be right back. I'm Heidi Selexa. My website is HeidiSelexa.com.
It's a Heidi Selexa Show, etc., etc.
Heidi needs a recess. Talk amongst yourselves. Heidi, where are you? Heidi, ho! This is the Heidi Selexa Show.
Fireworks. Don't you want them to be extra sparkly all the time? In all the areas of your life, with all the people in your life. Well, we have the perfect way with Bonnie, who created this fantastic product. It's called Sex Butter. Go to sexbutter.net. This stuff not only is really good for the down there area, but it's also really good. Like, say, for example, you have arthritis. I use it when I work out and my muscles are sore. Bonnie, you did not know that I was doing that until I said, oh, I feel fine today. Because I put Sex Butter on my sore bones and muscles. It was fantastic. It literally alleviates. It's like you can't say it cures arthritis. I'm telling you something, though. No pain in the body when you put that on. It's fantastic, Bonnie. It's like Asper cream, but to the 10th degree, and it's organic. It's fantastic. So we're talking about tips to ignite your fireworks with your lover.
Okay.
Right?
So one thing that you can do is to rock his or her world.
And this is the R in fireworks. The first R is reveal yourself. And then as you stimulate and tease him with the little love letters and owning yourself. Or her. Or him and him, or her and her. I love the LG, lesbian, lesbian, gay,
LGBT.
bisexual. There you go. I love them all. So
Okay,
we want to make sure that everybody can be ignited in the fire.
All inclusive.
Maybe even you could rub it on your cat who has arthritis. I don't know.
Well,
That might be too much.
Wait. So the way to rock the person's world that you're
How do
with
you rock that world?
is to learn the little things about them that make a big difference in how you treat them, so that they know that you care. Isn't that amazing? Like, it's like the little things that you do for them that make them see that you actually think about them during your day, or when you're not with them, or whatever it is, that like make them really appreciate you in a big way. So I love to do this. I know that when a man does that for me, when he takes the time to learn like little things about me and then ends up like surprising me with something, like to me that's like a huge deal. It's
That's
like,
a huge deal. And he listens to you.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And when he listens to what you say, he pays attention to you. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that kind of goes along with knowing your partner. So once you know your partner, you can plan a special evening for him or her that that will just like really take them off this planet. Just something really different that they would never expect, and you just completely surprise them out of the blue. That is like over-the-top fun. One of the things I like to suggest is to do a mystery date. Want to hear about that?
What is the mystery date, Bonnie?
Okay, so whatever you do, you blindfold your partner, right, so that they have no idea where you're going. And if needed, you help them pack something if you may need something, because like if you're going to like have like a night excursion away or a weekend away, or it could just maybe be dinner, you know, in doing something different that in a way that you don't do it. So maybe you guys plan maybe you plan a special picnic on the beach for dinner. You know, and you bring your partner's favorite, like wine or beer or alcohol or whatever. And you basically just
That's hot.
take the time out to do something special that really makes that person feel super special.
Yeah, because if you don't do the things that make them feel special, they don't feel like you actually know them and that they're special.
Right. You know, so these are like little things that help create fireworks. Like when your partner thinks of you, creating fireworks isn't just about the direct sex. It's about all of the things that really kind of come together in your relationship that makes your relationship special and keeps them turned on. So it's like these little things that you do to keep your partner turned on and into you, as opposed to going elsewhere, right? Right?
Yeah, so if you do that, it makes them feel like you know those little tiny things that are important to them, and it makes them feel
Right.
special.
Exactly.
Yeah. And guys, you know, believe it or not, and I know most men are like, oh, this is girl talk, and I don't want to hear it. No, you do, because they really like to feel like they're special.
Right,
Men
and
do.
girls and women like this too. So if you're a man listening to this or you're a woman listening to this and your partner's female, understand that women like this too. So these tips that I'm giving are not only for women, they're for everybody in a relationship, because we all bring ourselves to the table in a relationship. And so as long as there's two people in the relationship, we need to think about the other person and they need to think about us. You know, because relationships go both ways. It's a mutual thing, not a one-way street.
That's the thing, is most people think that their relationship is about them. Well, what about the other person? And that's where a lot of the problems come in, is when people start thinking, oh, it's me, I'm not happy or whatever. And it's like, would you ever think like, well, maybe if you put a little effort into it and learned your partner, that it might be able to go both ways. It's not just about you. It takes two to tango.
Right. And
So-
look, if you're with that person, you know, if you've spent a lot of time with that person, obviously there's a reason you're with them. So if you want to be with them for longer and you want to really have like the best partnership that you can have, you have to put in something. Like you have to give to the relationship. It doesn't just happen. You know what I mean? So one of the things
Sometimes people's relationships just happen naturally, but that's rare. Not everybody gets that.
You don't stay together for long periods of time without putting work into the relationship, without giving of yourself. You're not going to have a good relationship for a long time. You have to make effort.
That's true. And that's good.
You know?
Yeah. And things happen in life where things go on and you get used to somebody or you get bored or whatever. And then it becomes like, oh, it's just a rut every day. A lot of relationships break up because they're like, oh, I'm just not having the spark or the spice. And it's like, well, you know, if you tried this, you might not feel that way. Yeah.
Exactly. So for the S in fireworks, we're going to give the grand finale, right? What do you think the grand finale is?
I don't know, Bonnie. What is the grand finale?
Sex butter, of course, because you
Sexbutter.net.
don't want to forget the sex butter because it creates fireworks in your sex life.
I'm telling you what, the sex butter stuff, Bon, is fantastic. I put it on my ankles when they're sore, and it goes away, the pain. It ignites your everything. It just stimulates you. Can you say what is in there? What is in your sex butter? I'm not kidding you when I say this, and I don't ever say this about stuff. This stuff is phenomenal.
Okay, it really is. And
it
I'm
really
not paying you
is.
to say that. That's what the best
No,
part
you're
about
not
this
paying
is.
me to say it. Right.
So sex butter is made of organic oils of cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, Jojoba
Don't give the
oil.
formulation and the ingredients because I don't want anybody
Rapeseed
trying
oil.
to. Right.
And then we have a minty special mixture that's like the secret sauce that gets added at the end.
What is the secret sauce, Bonnie?
I'm not telling. But it's a little minty mixture that's in there, and it's all organic.
Yeah. So what is it? What is exactly in there?
Can't tell you.
You can't tell me. But it has some
Yeah.
peppermint in there.
There is peppermint. That's the only ingredient I can give you in that.
That's the only ingredient.
Because you know what they say. You know what they say when you give away the secret sauce.
What is that?
Can't give away the secret sauce because they tell people that they have to kill you if they give away their secret sauce. So I'm not going to tell you that because I'm not going to give it away, right?
Oh no, we just want to know the sauce. You know.
Yeah.
And by the way, when you mentioned, you didn't mention Kama Sutra oil before, or kind of something, but it rhymed with something. And I was saying that I caught my ex-fiance cheating on me, and because there was Kama Sutra stuff on the counter, and we never had to use that stuff. So perhaps he was reaching, but it was one of those things. And I thought I asked you about it, and then I thought, wait a minute, sex butter is way more stimulating than Kama Sutra oil.
Oh yeah, I mean literally, I've compared it to even the products that have THC in them, that are used as lubricants, and nothing compares.
Right. So, I mean, it's fine. They're all saying that they're now finding that what is it called? The CBD and the marijuana or something, that it's good for pain relief and.
Well, it is good for pain relief.
But so is sex butter. Sex butter is fantastic for pain. I have never, and I don't like to talk about sex on the air. Let's just get this right. But we're going to go to break and then come back. But I want to explain something. I have a condition that I don't really like to talk about, but how sex butter actually healed that condition. And my fireworks are through the fire or the wall, or they're working, whatever you want to call it. We'll be right back with Bonnie on fireworks and ways to ignite your fireworks this 4th of July with your lover. I'm Heidi Selexa.
It's a Heidi Selexa Show, etc., etc.
Heidi's been put in timeout. Call Heidi, 855-660-4261. She'll be right back.
Well, she's this and that, she'll make you laugh, etc., etc.
Woo! It's 4th of July weekend, and we've got a little extra special tip for you if you want to ignite your fire this 4th of July with your lover. Fireworks. And there's a special formula that is made by my dear friend Bonnie. It's called sexbutter.net. Now, don't be alarmed. I don't like to talk about sex on the air. You know that, Bonnie, right?
I do.
It's like this Friday, I have my sex addiction specialist, Dr. Kate. I'm not in sex addiction, but I call her that because she's a therapist, a psychologist. So, but she specializes in sex addiction and all kinds of addictions and different things. And it was really odd because I was like, I feel so uncomfortable talking about sex on the air. Feels a little odd, but I'm okay with it with you because you make it gentle.
It's not so in your face, right?
It's not so in my face. Exactly. So, sexbutter.net is the website to go. But we're talking about igniting fireworks with your lover.
Yep.
And even if you cannot get sex butter before the weekend, let's just go over what the fireworks is. The F for fun foreplay. Always remember to keep it fun. If you don't keep it fun with your relationship, it's not fun. Nobody wants to be with you.
And don't forget 101 Nights of Great Sex.
What is it? What's the book called?
101 Nights of Great Sex, the book.
Okay, continue on. 101, and then ignite
his passion.
And then
feeding.
No, you reveal yourself.
Reveal yourself.
Reveal yourself.
And that is with a sensual striptease, right?
If that's what you want to do to reveal yourself, yes. And then E is ecstasy. Ecstasy.
And what is that for?
Ecstasy is for love. Love.
Getting out of your head and to your body.
Getting out of your head and into your body. And then, because a lot of people are in their head, even when they kiss. Do you know, I mean, think about it, Bonnie, when you were like 15 and you were making out with a boy or whatever, or 20 or whatever, and it's like you're thinking like, oh, and you're analyzing everything. You're not actually in the moment.
Like, am I good at this? Am I doing it right?
Did the banana or the tree, did I learn from the banana or the tree or the animal, whatever it is you practice kissing on? I don't know. And then there's, go ahead.
Well, and here's the thing, like the truth is, like if you are thinking about other things while you're having sex, you're not going to be experiencing the type of pleasure that you should. So, the purpose that we're telling you these things for is so that you really start to enjoy the fireworks with your lover as well, not just to, act as if.
Yes.
Right?
Putting on an act is never, ever the right thing to do, ever. Ever.
Right.
You want to be in the moment and be with that person.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of people who are in relationships where they just feel like, oh, I got to go through the motions, I have to fake it, blah, 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 and it's not really what they want.
Right. And you know what? And a lot of people are afraid to share. So one of the things that's a really great tip is to write down an explicit fantasy that you would love to experience with your partner and share it with him or her.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. So that's called write the love letter. Express
That's right.
what you think. Well, is it what you think they want to hear?
No. This is a fantasy that you have. What do you want to do? What is your deepest desire? Something you've always wanted to do and haven't done. What is that?
Don't tell me. I don't want to know, Bon. Save it for the one person.
That's what we're talking about here, right?
The most important thing, the most sexy thing, is when there's a couple that they're fine keeping whatever it is between them, because that's something that you have with that person.